Hi, welcome to Inspiration Daily for December 19th, 2021. I'm Gina Greenlee of ginagreenlee.com, and today's inspiration comes from the book The Art of Crayon. And the inspiration is called The Risk of Investment. This is sculptured crayons. And from the artist whose name is Pete Goldlust. Great name. He talks about how he got into sculpting crayons when he was a graduate student at the School of Art in Chicago, Art Institute. He said he was surrounded by an incredible group of self-taught artists who had little or no money for supplies, yet he watched them create amazing works from everyday items. He says, quote, "I was inspired to look for sculptural material emblematic of my own life." So he had a love of crayons, has a love of crayons, and that shaped his exploration, which is pretty amazing, actually. And I'm calling this Inspiration Daily The Risk of Investment. Goldlust writes of sculpting crayons, making intricate sculptures out of crayons. "I just wanted to see if I could do it," Goldlust says about the inspiration that got him started on crayon carving. Quote, "It's a totally pointless skill to develop, and it's almost entirely untransferable to any income-generating activity." So I'm actually going to challenge that. The author of the book was Lorraine Bell. She curated all these different artists who use crayon as the basis for their art, and she writes, "Pointless? Maybe not. The creation of these pieces helped him stretch his thinking and skills in different directions at a time when he was searching for his place in the art world." And so that's why I call today's Inspiration Daily The Risk of Investment, because I, like Lorraine Bell, who curated this book, I don't believe it was pointless at all. I have talked about in this, I want to call it a podcast, but I don't know what you call it. I've talked about daily art practice and how art practice has advanced my thinking, my way of being in the world, and my writing, which is what I do commercialize. I have multiple art practices. I make paper dolls. I create collages. I make handmade books, and I've shared some of these on Inspiration Daily. I design clothing. Like Goldlust, I'm inspired by taking everyday objects and making art out of them. And one of the materials I use, I love paper. I've always loved paper. And when I get what some people perceive as junk mail in the mailbox, I go, "Free art supplies!" And as one of my multiple daily art practices, and I actually, can you see it? Well, you can't, the light is weird. Oh yeah, I make mini collages on index cards. And you can see, scrap paper and all kinds of imagery that I get from the mailbox, also recycled magazines, and I just make these collages, and and I've been doing this for a number of years now. And so, yeah, I don't sell these, but again, it's not pointless. As Lorraine Bell says, it stretches your thinking. It gives you new perspectives. I've taken creative leaps in my writing. I've taken creative leaps in my way of living through daily art practice. In very concrete terms, I then take, I love playing with what happens next to see how this evolves. I don't have any plan. I just wanted to play with the paper that was in my mailbox because it inspired me to do so. I love graphic fonts and colors and typography. So then I started playing with the idea of, what if I photocopied each of these, the little index cards, and I expanded them. So here you see the index cards expanded, and then I decided I wanted texture, so I crumpled the paper to give it texture. And then, because I like bookmaking, I'm going to have this bound. I do spiral bounding at, actually I have it at the Office Max, and I'm going to turn this into a visual collage book, and they have themes. So I'm not doing that with all of my cards, because I have tens of thousands. I mean, I've done a lot of these cards, and I don't do just one a day. I might spend 3 hours doing it, and however many I make. So those individual collages that came from the material in my mailbox, some people call junk mail, has turned into something. I don't know what that something is, but it gives me, again, there's so much, just because you can't sell it on the marketplace, or just because you don't sell it in the marketplace, doesn't mean it's not worth your time. This is how I store my cards, and I get so much out of them. So, and then I have other art practices. This is, some of you may be familiar with Zentangle. I never knew how to do it, so I got a book in the library, and I did an inspiration daily on that, and I liked it so much that I bought the book. That's kind of how I try before I buy. And I was able to make all these different Zentangles based on the instructions in the book. And then I started, then I would copy my Zentangles, and then there were pieces there were aspects that I like this, and then I would add it to my my index card making. So this is pages from again, just typewritten pages, and then this is from my Zentangle. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but that is, call it the risk of investment. It's really following that inspiration and seeing where it leads, and being open to the possibilities and not being attached. So that's Inspiration Daily for December 19th, 2021. Thanks for joining.